Hi everybody, just a quick video about the leaderboard and your career in PlayerUnknown'S Battlegrounds on the PlayStation 4. PUBG isn't that great in terms of progression. Sure, we have the survival objectives and we'll have the event pass like Vikendi when that comes out. You can level up through that and you can get various cosmetic items. But probably the most obvious way that you can kind of rank up, if you like, is through your career and your leaderboard, which is a skill-based score as well. And if you go into your career, you can see you can choose the mode, solo, duo, squad, the perspective, and the region that you have been playing on, and it will be different for each one of those. And you could look at your win rating and your kill rating. So for example, for me, I've played 15 matches so far. I've got in the top 10 times, 66%. I've won twice, which is 13%. I've killed 29 players. That leaves a KD ratio of 2.23, and that gives me a kill rating of 1280 and a win rating of 1583. Then when you go to the leaderboard, this means that in the solo third-person perspective EU servers, I'm at 525th in the game, which is not bad, is it? I'm inside the top 1,000. On Xbox, I managed to get to 97th not that long ago, which was quite good. So you may be saying, well, how do I do this, Rob? I want to be near the top of the leaderboard. How do I do this? Well, you have to remember that PlayerUnknown'S Battlegrounds, at its heart, is a survival game, not a killing game. And you get more points, you'll get a higher rank by surviving to later on in the game than you do for killing people. But the people who are really good, like the people in the top 10, these people do both. So if we look at Citizen Smudge, for example, he's played 37 matches, he's won 25 of them, which is almost 68% of his matches. He's killed 80 people, so he's got a KD ratio of 2.76. So he's killing lots of people and he's surviving as well. So that's really good. But for your average player like me, and remember, I'm not that particularly good at shooters. I'm not that much of a Twitch shooter. I mean, I enjoy them and they're my favourite types of game, Call of Duty, Battlefield, etc. But by no means am I, I'm pushing 50 pretty soon. My reactions aren't what they used to be. Well, if they were ever that good anyway. But because PUBG rewards where you finish in a game, not how many people you've killed, that means that I can do well. Another guy that I play with, Toe Guy on Xbox, he got up to, I think it was either 43rd or 34th, I hope you won't mind me saying, and on solos, again, by using the strategy of playing safe, jumping far, driving far, looting safely, coming in on the quiet side, and getting into those top 10 positions, because that's what you should be aiming to do. Now, the other big advantage of playing in that style is that you don't play for wins, all right? This is probably a big kind of tip. Don't play for wins in PUBG. Play for position. Play for rank. Aim to get into that top 10. And if you can get into the top 10, everything else is gravy, because you're going to be earning lots of points there. And to get into the top 10 of a solo game on PUBG is really good. To get into the top 5 is really, really good. To get to like the 3rd or 2nd, that's brilliant as well. So always take that positive attitude out of it. One of the things you can do is that when you do die in the top 10 or any time in a PUBG game, when you go back to the lobby, just take a second or two to close your eyes and remember what happened. And imagine what would have happened if you'd done it a different way, and then just roll that scenario through your brain. So, for example, I had a 2nd place last night, where I should have waited a little bit more for someone to come out from their hiding position, because I wasn't sure where they were and the blue was coming in. And if I had just waited a little bit longer, they had to move, but I didn't realise this. I thought they were somewhere else. So as a visualization technique, I just close my eyes. I can see the screen. There's me. There's the rocks. There's the grass. There's the trees. There's the blue coming in. Instead of moving forward, I wait. They move. Brang! I kill them and I get the chicken dinner. And you just visualize that. And that does a number of things. It helps you feel more positive about the next game, stops you rage quitting and throwing your controller through the television screen. But it also is giving you a little bit of practice. This might sound a bit silly, but sports people do this. So when you're in that situation again, either consciously or unconsciously, you're more likely to do the right thing. Right. So little bit of a hint there. So anyway, so there we go. So if you want to progress in or measure your progression within PUBG, the leaderboard and your career are a good way of doing it. But do remember, it is rewarding final rank, and especially when you're playing squads and duos with your mates where you're running around killing lots of people, that might not lead to a higher rank, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It doesn't matter, you know. Because it can be just as much fun to drop hot and kill lots of people and die early. You can have a really good time doing that, and dropping quietly, looting quietly and working the safe edge can be a bit boring for some people as well. So you know, you play the game how you want to. Don't think you have to go via your career and your leaderboard to get that number as low as you can. You only do that if you really want to. But anyway, hopefully that explains how the leaderboard works. Doesn't get you frustrated. And of course, if you want any questions or you need any advice about how to do the tactics or strategies to survive for the top 10, obviously my channel's the place to look. Okay, if you've got any questions or comments, put them down below. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. Thank you very much, and I will see you again soon.